Great. And I guess we're live. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi, it's so nice to hear from you again. And how are you? I hope you're all doing great. Great. So, everyone, a great afternoon to you. I want to ask you first, how are you? I mean, we are living in this very extraordinary time of our lives, and I hope everything is okay with you. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi. Hi, Magro. Magro Mauro. Hello. Hello to you as well. Hi. Great. Okay, everyone. So before we start this webinar, I want to give you two notices first. Okay. Great. So the first one is if you have any questions, all right? If you have any questions about anything or if you want to ask for any clarifications, please use the live chat box or comment section on the right side of this webinar, okay? But um, if you don't have any questions, then it's okay. Maybe at the end of the webinar, who knows, right? And then, everyone, second note, as much as possible, I would love for us to interact together, okay? I know this is a webinar and I know that you are supposed to listen to me, but I will definitely appreciate it if you can just send your answers to all our exercises and activities here in the chat box, okay? I would love to hear from you, okay? I cannot see you. But at least I can read your comments, okay? And I really hope you will participate in the exercises, okay? So before I start, I want to say hello to some of the students who already wanted to interact with us, okay? So hello to Antonio, Rosalba, Mateo. Wow, Mateo, we have the same name. To Joystick, to Tatiana, and to Robbie. Hello, hi everyone. I hope you will enjoy this webinar. Okay, and I hope you will learn a lot from me. Okay, thank you so much for that, everyone. I hope this is going to be an exciting afternoon for you all. I would like to start by introducing myself. Good evening again. Here I am. Good evening again. I used to teach in the evening, and this is the reason why I always say good evening. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Matthew, and for this webinar, I will be your English teacher coming from Milano, Fabio Filzi. Okay? Um, just a quick reminder, everyone. This is for levels 8 to 10. Okay? Levels 8 to 10. Right. So, everyone, before I also start, let me just remind you if you want to share to your friends, okay, or if you know someone who wants to learn English with you can just tell them that My English School has a lot of webinars every hour from Mondays to Fridays from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. All they need to do is to go on YouTube, type Myes, and then the level. Okay, so we have Myes 1, 2, 3. We have Myes, Myes 4 to 5, Myes 6 to 7, Myes 8 to 10, and of course Myes 10 to 13. Okay, so if you want to share this webinar to your friends, you can do so by asking them to do that. All right, to look for the different Myes webinars on YouTube. Okay, good job, everyone. Fantastic. Right. So let's now start our webinar. Okay, everyone, I want you to read this with me so you can practice your pronunciation. Okay, let's have a look. focus activity 8 to 10, marketing. Okay, this is a very interesting topic, everyone. Right, let's read this together. Okay, marketing. In this focus activity, describing a marketing campaign, advertising vocabulary, and modal and semi-modal verbs. Great. So, everyone, for this afternoon, we are going to talk about marketing, and at the same time, we are going to review modals and semi-modals. Okay? So, if you have any questions about modals and semi-modals, this is the best time for you to ask them. Okay? And I will definitely help you with everything that I can. All right? Let's start, everyone. Here we go. But before we start, let's play a short quiz first, okay? It's not really a quiz, it's more of a game. And I'm sure you will do great in this game, everyone. I'm sure you will be amazing in this one. Great. So we have different pictures here using only the logos, okay? So everyone, what is a logo? Okay, a logo is a signature image or the image of the company. Okay, so the logo is a signature image or the image of a company. So through logo or by logo, you will identify the types of companies. All right. Here we go. So, everyone, let's have a look at these logos first, and I want us to help each other with the answers, okay? So, answer anything that you know, and of course, I will double check it with you, okay? So, I want you to answer all the logos. Send your answers in the live comment section or in the live chat box, okay? And I will wait for your answers there. All right. So first, let's have a look at the first logo. Okay. So the first logo is, what do you think is this logo? What do you think is letter A? I think this is very popular. Um, it's it's a really good brand of cookies. Um, for some reason, I'm not really a fan of this brand because it's a bit, sweet. All right, let's have a look at some of the answers. So we have Francesco who wrote Oreo for letter A. That's nice. That's right. All right. And then Tatiana agreed to this. She wrote Oreo as well as Maria Rusia, I hope. I really hope. Fede also wrote, sorry, oops. All right. Um, Pierluigi also wrote Oreo. Francesca also wrote Oreo. Let's have a look at this, everyone. Fantastic. Very good. So letter A is Oreo. How about letter B, everyone? What do you think is letter B? So this is a famous drink. It's a very popular carbonated drink. Okay. Carbonated drink. So a carbonated drink, everyone, it's something with it's the feeling that you get. It has gas in it. Drinks that have gas in them, they're called carbonated drinks. Okay. So Pierluigi, Federica, and Tatiana answered Coca-Cola for letter B. Let's have a look at it. Fantastic, everyone. Good job. So letter B is Coca-Cola. Good job. Great. Let's have a look at letter C. Are you familiar with letter C? This is actually a sandwich. This is actually a sandwich chain of, I wouldn't call it a restaurant. I would call it a sandwich bar, maybe. All right. So everyone, almost all of you answered Subway. Fantastic, everyone. It's the Metro. Subway is the sandwich bar. I don't think. Do we have a Subway here in Italy? Everyone, can you help me with that? Do we have a Subway here in Italy? No, right? Not that I know of. We don't have Subway here, if I'm not mistaken. Um, right. And let's have a look at letter D. Okay. Can you try with letter D? What do you think is this logo? Right. So Federica told me that no, we don't have Subway here. We don't have Subway in Rome. But in Turin, we have Subway. Really? No, Franchi, I love Subway. I would love to go there. I mean, Turin is one of my favorite cities in Italy, so it's not a problem for me. In Milan, we don't have Matteo. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know why. We have Five Guys and we have Domino's Pizza, but we don't have Subway. Right. So everyone, letter D, let's have a look at it. So some of you answered 007. Let's take a look. Fantastic, everyone. It's James. Okay. In English, we can say 007, but you can also call it 007. Okay. Yeah, like literally the letter O, 007. Like James Bond. It's the code name for James Bond. Um, great. So Francesca told me that I have to come to visit Turin and Subway. Yes, I have been to Turin for a couple of times and I actually love it, but I didn't know that you have Subway in Turin. Franchi, I would love to go there just to buy Subway. Anyway, it's not that far from Milan, but unfortunately, I cannot go right now, Franchi. All right. Okay, everyone, let's have a look at letter E. What do you think is letter E? This is quite popular here in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. I think you have one in Venice, if I'm not mistaken. You have one in Venice. What is letter E, everyone? What's that logo? Can you tell me? Let's have a look at some of the answers. So Maria Lucia, Lucia, Pierluigi, Fede, Tatiana, Matteo, Antonella wrote that this is actually Hard Rock. Let's see. It is, everyone. Fantastic. Very good. So this is Hard Rock Cafe. Great. Can you try letter F? Letter F, everyone. This is quite popular because we need it right now. I think if you cannot go out of your of your homes or of your house, then you can definitely use their service for this one. So Tatiana wrote that letter F is Amazon. Fede, Salva, Matteo, Miyuki, and Lucia agreed to this. Let's have a look. Good job, everyone. This is Amazon, of course, the lifesaver, everyone. All right. How about letter G? Mateo wrote, wait. Mateo wrote, I need it now, Amazon. He needs Amazon right now. Mateo, don't we all? Don't we all need Amazon right now? Especially with the Prime, with the Amazon Prime. Right. Everyone, let's try with letter G. All right. So most of you answered Dove. All right. which is absolutely correct, everyone. So letter G is dove, everyone. Okay, good job. Well, it's a type of bird, and basically their logo is based on that bird. Also, the brand name, it's dove. All right. Letter H, everyone. Are you familiar with this? It's a letter H is more on the technical side of business. It's for the information technology and for the computers. Are you familiar with this? Fantastic, everyone. So most of you answered Intel. Fantastic, everyone. So this is Intel. Okay. All right. How about letter I? This is as popular as McDonald's here in Italy, well in Milan rather. But I want to know your answers to this one, everyone. Good job, very good. So most of you answered Burger King. Let's have a look. Fantastic, everyone. So this is Burger King, okay? Very good. Good job, everyone. Great. How about letter L? We the only clue we have is that it's yellow and blue. That's it. So Tatiana wrote that this is IKEA. How about the others? Do you agree? Right. Good job, everyone. So this is IKEA, everyone. Very good. IKEA. Good job. Okay. So we call it IKEA, but I know here in Italy you call it IKEA because of the letter I. But either way, I'm sure you can use you can use both. All right. Mateo wrote that Burger King is junk food. Well, I mean, as much as I hate to say that, all fast food restaurants are junk food. So sorry about that. Um, let's have a look at letter M. What do you think is letter M? Right. So Maria Lucia and Matteo wrote Audi. So absolutely, let's have a look. Fantastic, everyone. So letter M is Audi. Okay. And of course, letter, everyone. What do you think is the last letter? This particular media station is also a source of English materials. So thanks to them, we can have some new materials when it comes to English as well. They're not the only ones, okay, but at least they they are considered as one of the main sources, okay? So we have here BBC, everyone. That's absolutely correct. But do you know the full name for that acronym, everyone? It's actually British Corporation. Okay, so BBC is British Broadcasting Corporation. Okay, don't worry about that, Miyuki. I mean, BBS. BBS is a different station, maybe. But it's okay, don't worry about that. Absolutely fantastic, okay? Good job, everyone. Good job. I'm so happy that you got it. I'm so happy that you all know the logos that we have here, okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. Send your queries or send your questions in the live chat box, okay? But for now, everyone, let's talk about the vocabulary, okay? Talking about marketing, okay? So let's read this together, everyone. I want you to read it with me so you can practice your pronunciation, okay? So let's have a look at this together. The lingo, slogan, billboard, campaign, endorsement, coupon, jingle, course of action to promote a product, a voucher for a discount, memorable phrase, tune designed to be easily remembered, large display for advertisements, and giving one's approval or support. Okay, so everyone, before we talk about the vocabulary, I want us to focus on the word lingo. Have you heard about the word lingo? What do you think what do you think does lingo mean? So, we have some answers here. Okay. So, lingo is basically the vocabulary. Lingo is basically the vocabulary, but it can also mean the vocabulary for a specific field. Okay, maybe you can say the lingo of marketing, or the lingo of journalism, or the lingo of um, I don't know, the lingo of English, if that exists. Okay, good job, everyone. Very good. Great. So let's have a look at this together. Let's first start with slogan. So, what do you think is slogan? So, we have a few answers here, and from Rosalba and Tatiana. So, they answered that slogan is actually a memorable phrase. Let's have a look at this together. Fantastic, everyone. Very good. So, slogan is a memorable phrase. Okay. Can you think of an example of a slogan? Can you think of a very popular slogan? Maybe you can also think of slogans here in Italy if you want, even Italian companies. I mean, it's okay. Not that I can think of right now, but right now my mind is totally blank. I cannot think of a slogan. Oh yes, McDonald's. I'm loving it. Okay, that's an example of a slogan. Very good, Maria Rusia. So an example of a slogan is like from McDonald's. I'm loving it. Good job. Very good. Um, Antonella also wrote, "Just do it." Very good. This is from Nike, right? Fantastic. Very good, Antonella. And then an example from Miyuki, and she wrote, "No martini, no party." Wow. That's a catchy phrase. That's a very nice slogan. And then from Robbie, we have an answer, and she wrote, "I'm worth it" from L'Oreal. Didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Wow. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much for that. Great. Good job, everyone. Fantastic. Let's move forward. Okay. So in here we have billboard. So what do you think is the answer for billboard? What do you think is the answer for billboard? So do you think it's giving one's approval or support? Well, not so much, everyone. We have a better word for this. All right. So most of you answered that billboard is a large display for advertisements. Let's have a look at this. Good job, everyone. Fantastic. Very good. So billboard is a large display for advertisements. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, billboards are not that popular here in Milan. It's more or less a different way of advertisement. Maybe um, posts on the metro. So that's a more common way of advertisement here in Milan. Billboards, not so much, unless you are in the center or in the city center, then you can definitely see some billboards. All right. Good job, everyone. Great. Let's have a look at campaign. So, what do you think is the answer for campaign? So, some of you answered that campaign is a course of action to promote a product. Let's see. Good job, everyone. Very good. So, campaign is a course of action to promote a product. Okay. So, you can also call it maybe a strategic plan. Okay. A strategic plan is also a way to describe a campaign, okay? Or if you want a strategy, that's also a good word. Right. How about endorsement, everyone? What do we mean by endorsement? Let's have a look. So Rosalba answered that endorsement is support. Well, yes. Okay, so giving one's approval or support. All right, that's nice. Fede agreed to this, so let's have a look at that, everyone. Let's see. Fantastic, everyone. So endorsement is giving one's approval or support. Okay, so the verb here, everyone, is to endorse. Okay, to endorse. So that's the verb for this one. So when you say to endorse, it means to give support or approval. This is mostly the action taken by the influencers nowadays, especially on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. They endorse product or another person, shall we say. All right. So let me check some of your examples. So Robbie gave an example and she wrote, Ronaldo endorses Head and Shoulders. That's a very good example of how you use endorse. Good job. Good job on that. Very good, Robbie. Right. How about coupon, everyone? What do we mean by coupon? So some of you answered that coupon is a voucher for discount. All right, let's have a look at that. Fantastic, everyone. Good job. So coupon is a voucher for discount, okay? So these are the, 50% off or type this so that you can get 70% off. So we call them coupons, all right? Or vouchers if you want. Very good, everyone. Good job. And of course, the last one is okay. So we only have one more choice left. So that's definitely the answer for this. Right. So jingle is a tune designed to be easily remembered. Okay. So can you give me an example of a very popular jingle here in Italy, if you know? Do you have a very popular jingle here? Not that I know of. I'm not very cultured when it comes to the jingles here in Italy, but if you know some, let me know and I would love to hear them. Okay? All right. Let's have a look at this, everyone. So jingle is a tune. It's a very short so that your brand can be easily remembered. All right? Good job, everyone. Fantastic. So these are the words related to marketing. Okay. Do you have any questions about them? If you have any questions about the lingo here, everyone, please write them in the comment section or in the live chat box, and I will definitely help you to answer some of your questions. Okay? Great. Good job, everyone. Very good. Okay, now let's have a look at this one. Okay? Dun 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 dun. So everyone, this is a very interesting exercise, okay? Right now, we are starting to review modals and semi-modals, okay? So I will not 100% review, okay, the modals and semi-modals with you. I will only explain the surface of it, okay? Everyone, let me tell you something. If you want to review the modals and semi-modals, okay, like a really, really deep review of modals and semi-modals, I had in the past, I had a webinar about it, I think 2 weeks ago, and you can search it on YouTube. I think the title is Focus 8 to 10 Planning a Wedding with Matthew. Sorry, let me just write. Um, all right. Planning a wedding with Matthew. Watch this if you want a um, deep review of modals and semi-modals. Okay, so once again, everyone, I had a webinar in the past about modals and semi-modals, and in that webinar, I discussed all the modals and semi-modals. Okay, so you can find it there in that particular video on YouTube. So you just need to search Focus 8 to 10 Planning a Wedding with Matthew. And then I reviewed modals and semi-modals there. Okay? So in this activity, we will just answer this and I will only answer some clarifications and give you an overview of modals and semi-modals. Okay? And I hope you will stay with me for this one, okay? Fede, you're definitely welcome, okay? Don't worry about that. And I hope you will watch that video, that planning a wedding with Matthew. I because I didn't talk about the slides. I typed everything, so you can take a picture, modals and semi-modals in that video, in the planning a wedding, if you want. Okay. Thank you so much for that, everyone. Now, let's have a look at this one, okay? So I will read the first few lines for you. And if you want, let's read it together so you can practice your pronunciation, okay? So from weak to strong. If I used the new bubbles cleaning product, I might have more time to spend with my family. Would, should. Great. So everyone, I might have more time is okay, but I want us to replace the word might with this with modals or semi-modals from the parentheses. Okay. So what modal verb or semi-modal verb should we use for number one? Should we use would or should? Hmm. What do you think is the correct answer? So Pierluigi answered would, Robbie also answered would, and Tatiana answered would, um, Whiskey answered should. Let's check together, everyone. So the first one, it's actually would, everyone. Okay, this is actually would. Why would and not should? Okay, remember again, everyone. Would, okay, we use it. Let me just stop sharing it for a while. I promise I will go back. I promise we will go back, everyone. I just need this. Ta-da! The magical notepad of Matthew. So again, this is just a quick review of modals, okay? So would, we use it for desires that are 50% sure, okay? And should, we use it for strong obligation, okay? So, sorry, strong advice. Sorry, I got confused with the must. Sorry. So, should, we use it for strong advice, okay? So, in this case, again, would, we use it for desires that are 50% sure, and should, we use it for strong advice, okay? However, in the text, everyone, it is actually, here we go, it is actually second conditional. Okay, so with the second conditional, we use would plus infinitive. Okay, so that's absolutely correct, everyone. Very good, Robbie, for pointing that out. So the first one is a second conditional, so we use would instead of should. Okay, and Francesco wrote that should is like an advice. Good job. Should is advice. You use it to give advice. All right. Good job, everyone. Very good. Right. let's have a look at the second one. Okay, let's look. So, flat tires, you ought to go to Jimmy's garage for unbeatable prices. Should or need to. Right. So everyone, in this case, we have two choices, either should or need to. What should we replace with ought to in this sentence? Should it be should or need to? Tell me your answers, everyone. So Francesco wrote that it should be should. All right. Pierluigi should. Tatiana should. Rosalba should. All right. Fantastic, everyone. Thank you so much for answering. Let's have a look at this. My goodness, everyone. In this case, it's need to. Matthew, why? Now we're panicking. Oh my goodness, why need to instead of should? Okay, right. So everyone, let's have a look again. Let me just pull up my magical notepad. Here we go. Again, everyone, should we use it for strong advice? Okay, strong advice. Need to, we use it for emergency purposes. Okay, so for example, flat tires, we need to go to the repair shop. Everyone, remember we use need to in this case because it is an emergency. Look, let me explain it to you. You cannot drive with flat tires. You need to change them quickly. Okay? So remember that should is for advice. That means I am giving you advice or a suggestion to change your flat tires. No. Okay. So no, everyone. All right. Look at this. Flat tires, you need to go to the repair shop, okay? So you cannot drive with flat tires. It's an emergency, everyone. You need to use your car every day. So it's an emergency. You use need to. Remember that should is to give advice. So if you tell me, Matthew, you should go to the repair shop, it's not an emergency. You are just giving me advice. All right? Mateo wrote a question and he said, only purposes? What do you mean by only purposes? The main point here, Mateo, is you use need to for emergency situations and purposes. Is that it? So need to, you use it for something that needs emergency, or something that is an emergency that's very, very urgent. Okay, so you use need to. So in this case, not really need to, but more on, not really should, but need to. Okay? Fantastic, everyone. Very good. Right, let's go back to the lesson. Here we go. Here we go. Great. So everyone, let's have a look at the third one. Let's read it together. Okay? So if you wash with Lala shampoo, you can have more beautiful hair. All right. Might or will. Okay, everyone. So in this case, we have the word if, meaning this is conditional. All right. And since we have present simple at the beginning, this is first conditional. Okay. So can I ask you what is the correct answer for this? Let's have a look. Oops, sorry. So all of you, almost all of you answered will. Let's take a look. Fantastic, everyone. So this one is will. Okay, because first it's first conditional. Second is we use will for desires that will surely happen. Okay, I will write that down later in my magical notepad. Okay, all right, good job, everyone. Very good. Let's have a look at the next one. Want an easy dinner? You have to try Chef Blue's frozen dinners. I don't really like frozen dinners, everyone. So the frozen dinners are the ones that you put in the freezer and you just microwave them. I don't really like them. Right. So we have must or need to. All right. In this case, everyone, be careful. All right. So what is the answer for this number? Want an easy dinner? You have to try Chef Blue's frozen dinners. Should it be must or need to? Hmm? So some of you answered must, some of you answered need to. Let's take a look. In this case, it's actually must, okay? So why? Pierluigi and Matteo. Let me just repeat again. Sorry, we also have Robbie. Let me just repeat again. In this case, it's not really an emergency to go to Chef Blues. It's not an emergency. No one will die or it's not that important. So we use must because it's a very strong obligation. Okay? So Francesco pointed that out correctly. So we shouldn't use need to in this case because it's not an emergency. Okay? But good job on that, everyone. I'm so happy, and I hope the explanation is clear. Thank you so much for that. Right. Now let's have a look at the next one, everyone. If your dog eats pup cookies, your dog might be healthier. Your dog might be healthier. Right. Everyone, we have two choices here. We have will or would. Now, pay attention, be careful. This is an if sentence, so it's conditional. But should it be would or will? So some of you answered, all of you rather answered will. Why will? I want to ask you, why is your answer will? Is it because of the word might? It doesn't make sense. why why is your answer will? I want to ask you why. Right. Okay. So Rosalba answered because would is used if you're not sure, which is true. Which is true for the modals and semi-modals. Very good, Rosalba. But Tatiana, Mateo, and Robbie and Franchi answered a very, very good one, and they wrote that it's because it is a first conditional sentence. Fantastic, everyone. That's absolutely correct. Okay. So the answer here is will because it's first conditional. Remember, if plus present simple plus present simple. All right. Good job, everyone. Very good. Good job. Great. Okay, everyone. Now let's have a look at the last one. Okay, last one. For healthy teeth, you should use minty breath toothpaste. Have to or ought to. Oh my goodness, everyone. This is a bit confusing. Huh? What should we use? Should we use have to or ought to? What do you think is the correct answer? Huh? Do you think it's ought to or do you think it's have to? Right. So some of you answered ought to, some of you answered have to. Hmm. Let's take a look at it together. Everyone, this is have to, okay? You have to use minty breath toothpaste. So for those who answered have to, fantastic. For those who answered ought to, I will explain. I promise I will explain. Okay? So everyone, let me give you an explanation using ta-da notepad. Okay, here we go. So ought to everyone, I know that ought to, we already know that ought to is used as a synonym for should. That's correct. But we also have another definition of ought to, and I think this is very, very important. Everyone, ought to is used for cultural obligation. Let me give you an example. In Italy, you cook pasta for 11 minutes. For example, in Asia, it is normal to cook pasta for 50 minutes. All right? I know, right? Everyone, que schifo. I'm just kidding. Right. So in Italy, you cook pasta for 11 minutes, but in Asia, it's normal to cook pasta for 50 minutes. It's not a problem, everyone. However, the culture in Italy is you need to cook it for 11 minutes. So everyone, you will tell you will tell to some Asian people or some people maybe you ought to cook pasta for 11 minutes because everyone, it is used for cultural obligation. Okay? And Tatiana wrote that ought to is also used for moral obligation, which is correct. That's absolutely correct, Tatiana. Very good. But, and also rather, a huge part of it is because of the culture. So if this is your culture in Italy, but this is not the culture in Germany, this is not the culture in Spain, this is not the culture in Switzerland, then you can use ought to. All right? Okay, everyone. Good job. Great. So, everyone, do you have any questions about ought to? Any questions about ought to? Are we okay? Great. So, now, everyone, let me tell you when do we use have to. So, have to, you use it for general recommendations, suggestions, or obligations. Okay? And then six, you use must, which is a strong obligation. Something bad will happen if you don't do it. So this is why we use must. Okay? Great. So Francesca wrote a perfect example. 50 minutes 50 minutes for pasta. Ah, maybe they ought to continue cooking their fantastic. Okay. Okay, Franchi. I understand. Fantastic. Very good use on ought to. So it's maybe it should be their culture. It's their culture to cook noodles instead of pasta. Okay. But you know that noodles are cooked under 15 minutes, under 11 minutes as well. Some noodles are cooked for like 4 minutes. Great. But fantastic, everyone. Very good. So let me just give you a short or a small gift, everyone. Let me give you sorry, the burger of modals. So must, should, and great. So everyone, what is the burger of modals and semi-modals? So the burger of modals and semi-modals are how often do we use must, should, and have to? What is the strength? Okay, how strong are they? So must is 100% strong. Should is around 75 and have to is around 50%. Okay, so this is the hierarchy or the burger of modals and semi-modals when it comes to must, should, and have to. Okay, of course, they are very flexible, but for now, we have this particular um, model, at least in my style of teaching. Okay, so this is what I always tell my students so they don't get confused between must, should, and have to. Okay, right. Everyone, I want to ask you, do you have any questions about modals, semi-modals, and the marketing vocabulary? Any questions? If you want, everyone, you can take a picture of this. And once again, okay, so let me visit focus 8 to 10 planning a wedding with Matthew. If you want a deep review of modals and semi-modals, okay? So visit again my other webinar if you want a full review of modals and semi-modals, because again, this is just an overview for everyone, all right? So unfortunately, everyone, we don't have a lot of time now. We don't have enough time now to continue our modals and semi-modals review, and I'm so sorry about that. But everyone, if you have any questions, please go to our Facebook page. Okay, go to our Facebook page. We have an SOS Facebook group. Post your questions, and they will definitely answer, or everyone will help each other so we can answer your questions. Okay, great. So Rosalba, before I go, wrote, what is the percentage that I have? So the percentage, it's just how strong must, should, and have to are. So what is their strength? How strong are they? All right. So must, it's very strong. Should, it's 75% strong, and have to, it's 50% strong. I called it Burger Arnaldo because it's like we have the bread, we have the the meat, and then we have another bread. So it's the burger. Must and have to are the bread, and then should is the meat. So I call them the burger. Okay, great. So everyone, once again, thank you so much for doing this webinar with me. Unfortunately, I have to say goodbye right now. If you are interested in some of our lessons, okay, I will have Matthew here. We'll have another webinar at 5 p.m. It will be for Focus 10 to 13. So if you're interested, I have another webinar for levels 10 to 13. Okay, if you want. All right. Right. Mateo wrote that should is stronger than have to. In most cases, yes, Mateo, because have to is more general. Should is more specific. Yeah. But again, everyone, if you're interested, I have another webinar for at 5 p.m. right now, levels 10 to 13. Okay? Everyone, thank you so much again for doing this webinar with me. I've had so much fun, and I hope you learned a lot from me. If you have any questions, please send us a message and we will do our best to help you. But for now, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening and afternoon, and goodbye. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Bye.